You all come forward and get ready to tell a story in the style of a famous author who you've selected for yourself. Archie, which author have you gone for?
I've gone for Mickey Spillane.
Mickey Spillane, great. American author. And JC?
Lewis Carroll.
Lewis Carroll, yes, very good choice. We'll read him. It is him. And Tony?
I've gone for the type of person who mistranslates European pornography.
Yes. A type you're obviously very familiar with for some reason. Not sure I've heard of anyone like that. Now, John Sessions.
The Liverpool Poets.
The Liverpool Poets. Right. Jolly D. Now, can we have a title of a story for them to tell in those styles? We'll start off with Archie telling that story. I'll buzz and we'll go on round in that way. So, anyone thought of a title?
Sheep rearing in the Orkney Islands.
Hang on, now that was a good one there, but it was over-shouted by somebody behind me.
Sheep rearing in the Orkney Islands.
Yes. Got a funny feeling I wish I'd gone to you, but anyway, let's sheep rearing in the Orkney Islands. You've heard of the Orkney Islands, Archie?
No.
Do you have sheep in America?
Yes, we have.
I don't mean you personally, but I mean, you know, just... Okay. Okay, beginning with you, Archie. Sheep rearing in the Orkney Isles. Go.
It was a hot day, late in August. The sun had just come up. It was blazing. The smog was thick in levels. It was like an ice cream parfait morning. I sat there. I just finished my third bottle of bourbon.
Why are you drinking bourbon? Said Alice to the Mock Turtle.
Because I like to get really inebriated,
said the Mock Turtle mockingly. Oh, you'd better be careful, said Alice, or you're going to end up on a sheep farm somewhere.
Alice was also being called Helga, yes, I think. With the Mock Turtle, it being quite hot. Let's naked be, oh yes.
And yes, across the hills I went, and went with a girl that went quite deep. And deep I went inside that girl, deep inside that girl with the sheep. And there upon the Orkneys waiting, there in Shetland also waiting, girls in blue knickers lined up from the Old Man of Hoy. And there the liver birds taking off to fly from the sheep, back up again to the top of the Orkneys. There.
The blondest of the girls that was standing with a little lamb caught my attention. She had
Suddenly, Alice noticed that a rather strange dodo was looking at her. Oh!
Oh, the dodo, look, 3 more firemen have come.
The friends of mine who from Los Angeles came, from Pasadena, from Encino, but most of the time when they're filmed, they like it with a big merino. There with sheep, they stand so deep, and there on hills, they're awful butch. And like me, they see girls they want to touch.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody. Well, I think that's really probably one of the best authors' rounds we've ever played, and I give 1 1/4 marks to everybody for that, because that's really good. So now we move on to the next game, which is called Film and Theatre Styles. They'll be playing in pairs on this one. First of all, Tony and Josie would like to come forward ready to play. I'm going to give you a situation in a moment to just improvise a scene, but could we have some different sorts of film or theatre styles for them to switch into, which I'll tell them to go into when I press my buzzer. So, has anyone got a film style they like? Surrealist, yes?
Gone with the Wind.
Sorry?
Gone with the Wind.
Gone with the Wind. Well, a sort of epic style.
Kurosawa.
Home movie and cartoon. I think we've...
Bang bang.
That's not really a style, is it? That's almost totally lacking in style, I'd have thought. But, Greek tragedy. Always popular Greek tragedy. In Greece, anyway. So, the scene I'd like you to improvise, Tony and Josie, is a patient going to see a doctor. Whichever way around you want to do that. First of all, with no particular style, and then I'll switch you into styles as we go along. Where you go.
Well, Miss Lawrence, what seems to be, I mean, obviously you've got quite a few problems, but what's the principal one?
Well, I'm a little bit nervous to tell you, Doctor. I've never been to a holistic doctor before.
Well, just take your clothes off then.
Are you sure that's what I have to do, Doctor? I mean,
No,
it is a squint in my eye.
All right, I won't then. That was just to put you at your ease, so I won't ask you to take your clothes off. I'll take mine off.
Thank you, Doctor.
Surrealist style.
You see, I have an onion.
Not as much as doctors turn into Art Deco lamps.
Oh, yes, Doctor. But what does Gaga say? Gaga says Gaga.
Can't do much more of that.
It does.
Epic. An epic film like Gone with the Wind.
Doctor, do you like my new dress I just made out of curtains?
I like your squint more.
Oh, I don't want to think about my squint now. I'll think about it
You
tomorrow.
mean you can't even say squint, let alone think about it?
No, Doctor, I can't say squint. I can't say antidistal slabless limitaries either.
That's true. But don't you understand?
Greek tragedy.
I understand not the Aeschylus.
I comest here to seek the oracle.
I comest here for thee to tell me what am I doing with my mother's son's brother?
You are waiting for the Doric temple to part with the winged eagle flying through with a box of antihistamines.
And finish on cartoon.
Antihistamines? What does that mean?
I'll go and find out.
I am an uncohistamine. Oh, this is a very big tablet, Doctor. Shall I take it? Oh.
Yes.
Thank you very much. An excellent. Yes. A definite 42 points on the new system of scoring on that particular round. Now, John and Archie, some more styles for them. Say
Wildlife.
Disney Wildlife, yes.
Silent. Ken Dodd.
Well, but maybe Lovin' Ken Dodd, just for old time's sake. Noel Card. I think we've probably done Noel, but we've got to do a few again, haven't we? American soap. Well, I think we've got enough there. So your situation, John and Archie, is complaining to a waiter. One of you is complaining to the other as a waiter. We're switching to some styles as and when we develop. Away you go.
Hey! Stripe S. Hey.
Yes, sir, there seems to be a problem.
Yeah, well, first of all, you're a peckerhead. That's problem number one. And problem number two is I ordered soup and you brought me a tractor.
Disney Wildlife.
Come on, little fella. Looks like he's lost his mom. He's been going over the hill now for about 4 hours. There's his mama, and there's his dada going down the throat of a rock python. That's kind of sad, isn't it? That's tough shit, you know? Whoa, little fella.
Okay, well, whoa there, John. We'll end on some American soap opera.
So
what, huh?
you saw Judy?
I saw Judy, yeah, so what's the problem? I need to take this from you, you know?
You know that...
I took your car. You know why I took your car? Because you won't buy me one, right? I ate your car because you won't feed me, huh? Horseradish on a Chevy Nova is ridiculous.
Okay, let's end there. Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, that bit of improvisation was pretty difficult to score, so I won't give any points at all. Now we go on to a quickfire round called World's Worst. So if all 4 contestants come on to the World's Worst step, and just as you think of ideas for being the world's worst person to be an entertainer at a children's party. So, as and when you think of them, go.
Right, this is the birdie song!
Children are, in a sense, and indeed you're all children, aspects of Kraft Ebbing's Wertung. And, what? Attend!
Right, children, let's all play the touching game, shall we?
Hi. Well, what kind of story you want to hear?
Right, Samantha, how old are you? You're 5, you've won the prize, and it's a sweet. It's in my pocket. Come on.
Well, you kids here, you know, the girls and the boys, you're 9, 10 years of age, and, you know, life could be great. But let's face it, it could be a bitch, right? And, you know, you can be smiling now. 20 years now, you could be tearing your heart out, you know? Pain! You don't understand, you little shit.
Here comes the candle to light you to bed. Here comes the chopper to chop off your head.
Yes, sorry, children, the music system doesn't work, so I mean, I'll just sing to you. Purple haze going in my brain.
Very good. Now, while I work out the points for that game, we'll take a break while you look at some adverts, I'm afraid. So see you after that. Bye. Welcome back. 73 points all for that last game. Now we move on to a round called Different Games, because different games are played in the round, and we start off with some sound effects done between Tony and Archie. So we'd like to come forward. What Tony's going to do is improvise an everyday activity, which will be suggested in a moment by the studio audience, and Archie's going to provide the sound effects for it, and points will be going and begging for, well, I don't know, for style of performance. So can we think of an everyday activity that...
Saving.
I think we did a sort of getting up in the morning one.
Sweeping.
So, what was that?
Road sweeping.
Home sweeping?
Road sweeping.
Road sweeping. You do that every day, do you?
Every day.
Well, I'd have thought to make that nice and general, because sort of sweeping up and cleaning up generally. Away you go then, Tony. certainly... Yes. Well, yes.
I thought I was being crapped on by a helicopter.
We all felt like that, Tony. But, certainly clearing up round your way must be more interesting than around mine. Well, I think I'd be cruel to give you any less than 34 points each for that. So I'll make it 32. So, there we are. Now, a different game now, as Josie steps forward, please, to sing a song. And she's going to sing a song with the help of Richard Vranch of the Comedy Store Players on the piano or guitar. She's going to sing a song about an object you're going to suggest to her now. Somebody's going to yell out, and in a style that somebody can suggest. So, first of all, an object.
Ironing board.
Ironing board. Ironing board, that's about an everyday object that you could possibly hope for. And the sort of styles that...
Reggae.
Reggae, yes, reggae. Can you do reggae? Yes, of course you can. And away we go, Josie. Ironing board, reggae music style.
Don't do it, baby, don't do that. Don't put me on the ironing board and leave me flat. Don't do it, baby. Oh, I bought an ironing board just the other day. I was quite overawed with the price I had to pay for the ironing board. Oh, for the ironing board. I tried to unfold it, but it wouldn't move. I was checking it out, I was getting in the groove. I tried the iron board this and then the other way, but the ironing board, it would not judge, and this is all I say, that it was jamming.
Yes, that's very good. Yes. Very good. Very good, Jesse. Now, another one for John, another star for John. Well, the Leonard Cohen fan club seems to be in tonight, so you'll have to do that then, John.
Ironing board.
Ironing board in the style of Leonard Cohen.
I woke up one morning with an ironing board on my head. My wife didn't understand or realize that she'd meant to iron my shirts and my white fronts instead. I'm tedious. I'm boring. My voice drives you up the wall. But let's face it, I'm from Montreal.
Okay, thank you, John. Thank you. Right, well. Okay, so, musical rounds are being scored double tonight, so 150 to John Sessions and 152 to Josie Lawrence. Now we move on to a game called Party Quirks, which features Tony Slattery pretending to be the host of a party. The others will be arriving as guests at the party. Hang on a minute, Tony. And if they look in their envelopes in front of them, they'll see a quirk that's been allocated to them, some particular tray or mannerism that Tony doesn't know about, but he's got to guess from the way they improvise this what they are. So, Tony, if you'd like to come down here, the others will come in through an imaginary door when I press the imaginary doorbell, which will sound like a real doorbell, I hope.
Right.
So away you go, start improvising, start guessing what these things are.
Oh, right, I'm slightly nervous. My first party. Now, have I forgotten any? Food and drink. Oh, no. Never mind, doesn't matter. Oh, that'll be the first guest. Hello, Josie.
Tony, hi, how you doing? Right. Great party you got here. Got any chicks coming? I'll have a pint, shall I?
So, epilepsy just as bad, then?
Always a one for a joke, eh?
Toilet's over there if you want, please.
Oh, yes, I'll just go and shake the python.
Could you leave the python where it is, please? Hello, Archie. Come on in. Come.
Kneel down, kneel down.
Oh, this is a bit uneven.
Kneel down. It's so good to see you. It is so good to see you. Repeat after me. It is good to see you.
It is good to see you.
Now get up.
It's a W.C. Fields? I don't know.
What a marvelous spread it is. Let's go together and join hands and take of the supper of the Lord.
Yes, all right. Well, there's twiglets. Will that do? Have you met Josie? She's got a python down the top.
Perhaps I should speak.
How you doing, boy?
Daughter. Daughter.
Daughter?
Only in the figurative sense, not the literal sense.
Oh, hang on, you two. You better kneel down. That's what you did to me. Oh, hello, John. How are you?
Hi, Tom. Nice place you got here.
Thanks very much. Have you met Josie? I think she's a sort of medallion woman. Man.
Man, all right, that'll do.
Oh, that was a joke as
She thinks
well.
he's a man.
A medallion man.
Well, I'm going to wait all night before you got that one.
They got me as well.
Right.
Got any blue cheese around here?
Does it smell of blue cheese?
Just kind of makes me homesick, you know?
Oh. What, home for blue cheese land?
Yeah. Gotta...
Cast aside your iniquitous ways, Tony.
All right.
Get rid of the alcohol. Get rid of the heathens. Get rid of the bad women or men, whatever they are. And simply kneel before me.
Oh, not again. All right.
Hey, Tony, I'm just checking your record collection. You got any David Bowie records?
David Bowie record.
Yeah.
All right.
Major Tom.
All right. Well,
About 30 seconds, Tony.
oh, right. Well, no,
It's a cheesy tune, but, you know.
I got some born-again Christian records, or
Yeah.
evangelist records,
yeah, that's for Archie, so...
That guy there. Guy just went out.
Yes.
You one of the Moonies?
He only showed me his willy, I don't know.
One last guess.
One last guess. Mr. Nostalgia, frozen in time, boring git.
I miss him. I miss space so much. I miss...
You're Major Tom, you're David Bowie,
Yeah,
you're...
but Tom, who was a...
Who was he? You're an astronaut.
An astronaut, yes, Just totaling up the scores, I see that Tony Slattery is this week's winner. Well done, Tony. And the prize for winning is to read out the credits at the end of the programme in a style of my choosing, which for Tony will be in the style of a Night Thought style programme. OK, Tony? So it just remains for me to thank Archie Hahn, Josie Lawrence, Tony Slattery, John Sessions, Richard Branch. This is me, Clive Anderson, saying good night. Good night.
Hello. You know, I often think life's a bit like an orange because it grows on trees. And, you know, it's awfully easy to be difficult about music by Philip Pope, but he's not nice at all. And that's what I mean, because it's important to spread love, because I feel the power of Hilary Groves as the stage manager flowing through me in a kind of bushy area here. And the production secretary further. There's so much to be learned from a word like that. Research Jane Bigger, that's certainly a nice word. And I'll be coming back to that later on in my thought. Oh, I'm coming to the end of my thought now, and my thought is basically that producer Dan Patterson should really kill himself. Good night.